Titanic has always been a topic of discussion for the past many years. Unsurprisingly, every in-depth search about the Titanic unveils a new, astounding fact. If I ask you what's the most famous ship in history, the answer, in most cases, will be the same. Of course, the legendary Titanic. Its history is full of mysteries. At first, it was a source of hope and national pride. The Titanic was the triumph of humankind, but it soon became a source of nostalgia and pain that cannot be described by words. The day the Titanic sank underwater will remain forever one of the most painful days in human history, and although more than 100 years have passed since the tragic event, no one has forgotten about it. Welcome aboard! Unlock the unknown about the Titanic and its passengers with its captivating series. Uncover juicy behind-the-scenes details, unheard stories, and inspiring tales that have been hidden for centuries. Get ready to be amazed as we explore all the 5 hidden secrets about the Titanic that you never knew. Only here at the Discovery Unrivaled YouTube channel. Subscribe now and start your journey to uncovering these captivating secrets with us. Lifeboats. The Titanic was originally intended to have enough lifeboats for all passengers and crew, but the number was reduced to save deck space and improve aesthetics. So whenever someone needs to design a transport vehicle, the first priority is always the safety of the passengers. Engineers and designers do everything possible to ensure that as many people as possible can be saved in the event of an accident. In the case of the Titanic, something went wrong. When the Titanic was launched, Titanic was the largest ship in the world. It could hold a total of 3,547 people, and that's an incredible number. According to official data, there were 2,024 registered passengers, meaning when the Titanic made its first voyage, fewer people were on board. Now, this is the point where it gets interesting. The original plan was for the Titanic to carry 48 lifeboats. However, the liner's owners insisted that their number be reduced to 20. A total of 60 people could easily fit in each of these lifeboats. With that number of lifeboats, only 1,200 people could have been saved, meaning more than half of their lives could have been saved. So why weren't more lifeboats installed? The official reason is that they would have taken up too much space on the deck, blocking the passages and covering up the beautiful view of the ocean. Hence, appearance and comfort were more important than safety, and that's why they were given more priority. If we look at the facts, the Titanic was considerably unsinkable and no one could expect it to sink so easily. Everyone thought that even with the damage, the Titanic could stay afloat for a long time. In other words, the immediate and simultaneous evacuation of all passengers was not considered a possible situation. The luxury. A functioning gym and Turkish bath on the Titanic was considered a luxury at the time. So all you know is that the Titanic was a luxurious and costly ship. The Titanic had a gym and Turkish bath, which were considered luxurious amenities for the time. The gym was equipped with state-of-the-art exercise equipment, and the Turkish bath was a steam room with heated marble benches and showers. These facilities were designed to provide passengers with a relaxing and luxurious experience during their voyage. The gym and Turkish bath on the Titanic were available for first-class passengers, and the ship had everything an elite member of society would want. It didn't lack anything that a modern ship would not have. So the gym was in a huge area with so many different types of equipment that everyone on the ship could do the exercise. Now, if we talk about the baths, the ship provided the people with a luxurious Turkish bath. It's a type of bathing and relaxation facility that originated in the Middle East. It typically features a hot room, a warm room, and a cool room, each with different temperatures and uses. The hot room is used for sweating and relaxing, the warm room is used for washing and soap lathering, and the cool room is for cooling off and resting. A Turkish bath typically includes various services such as massage, exfoliation, and other body treatments. The use of Turkish bath was considered a luxurious and pampering experience that was highly valued for its health and wellness benefits. Who wouldn't love to take a bath while massaging, right? So it was also reported that only some were given the luxury of taking a Turkish bath or using the gym. At the same time, first-class passengers were the only ones who could afford such luxurious amenities, and they were the ones who intended to cater to their needs and desires during the voyage. The facilities were not available for second or third-class passengers. Instead, they had to use public baths, which were okay-ish but not luxurious. The cabin crew was allowed to use them, but not all of them, like those who were meant to fill coal. But other than that, the Titanic was considered the most luxurious and costliest ship at the time. Let us discover and uncover Titanic's mysteries together now. A tragedy that could have been avoided. So David Blair was supposed to be the second officer on the Titanic, but at the last second, he was pulled out. He was a very lucky man since this incident saved his life, which should have made him incredibly happy, but he wasn't, and something clouded his joy. His joy was clouded because he was the only person who could have saved the Titanic. 100 years ago, ships were not equipped with smart advanced technology like they are today. People had to keep an eye out to see the threat on the horizon. The only equipment that they had on them was binoculars. These were of great help, but here's the problem. The Titanic crew needed access to the room where the binoculars were kept because David Blair was responsible for the keys. So David left the ship in a hurry, forgetting to return the key and leaving it in his pocket. If the crew had had access to the binoculars, they would have noticed the iceberg in advance. The ship would have had time to change course and hundreds of people would have remained alive, but the Titanic's fate was inevitable and could not be escaped. Atlantic Daily. What if I tell you that the Titanic had a daily newspaper printed on board and distributed passengers? Are you surprised? You should be, because at that time the newspaper was on a ship. It was a new thing for everyone. So the Titanic had its own daily newspaper called the Atlantic Daily Bulletin, printed on a board and distributed to passengers daily. The newspaper kept passengers informed about the ship's progress, weather, and events on board, and provided entertainment and general news. The Atlantic Daily Bulletin was a unique feature of the Titanic, as not many ships had their own onboard newspapers at the time. It was another example of the luxurious amenities the Titanic offered to its first-class passengers. And finally, the Titan. Now, this one is going to shock you. Well, I mean literally it would. So, when Titanic started its voyage in the frigid Atlantic in 1912, no one could have thought it would end up as one of the biggest disasters in human history. If we look back, we can find some eerie similarities between the Titanic and a ship named Titan, which also perished in the depths of the Atlantic. The only difference is that Titan was not a real ship. It was part of a fictional novelty, Futility, published in 1898 by the American author Morgan Robertson. If we compare the real Titanic and the fictional Titan, we see eerie similarities. For example, like Titanic, Titan was also deemed unsinkable. Both of those ships were the same size in this story. Now, the Titan also sank due to a collision with an iceberg. Both ships had a very few number of lifeboats, and what about the odd similarity in their name? One was known as Titan, and the other was Titanic, and they both met the same fate. The Titanic was not just a luxurious passenger liner, but it also had several unique features and innovations for its time. From its Turkish bath and gym to the daily newspaper and wireless telegraph system, the Titanic was ahead of its time in many ways. However, despite its advanced technology and luxurious amenities, its need for more lifeboats proved to be its downfall. These hidden secrets give us a glimpse into the intricacies of the Titanic, which remains one of the most famous and tragic ships in history. So that concludes our video for today. We hope you found this informative and helpful. Remember to subscribe to Discovery Unraveled and click on the bell icon to get notified for more informative videos like this one, and leave a comment below with your thoughts. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next video.